Hi, Leanne Donahue-Tamplin here, and today I wanted to talk to you about something called non-negotiables. So non-negotiables can be a non-negotiable habit. For example, I won't leave the house without brushing my teeth. It's not negotiable, got to do it. Or it might be around a goal. For example, I have no option. I must achieve this goal. So this is a really important aspect of helping yourself move forward or make progress on the things that you want to achieve in your life. Many successful women that I've spoken to use this term to describe how they achieved their goal. They will often say, I had no other option. This was the only thing that I could do. Sometimes that takes the form of a scare. For example, if someone is diagnosed with diabetes, suddenly their food becomes non-negotiable. Whereas prior to that, when people were saying, you might get diagnosed with diabetes if you don't eat differently, they struggled to find the motivation or the drive to stick to any kind of a food program. But once they're diagnosed with diabetes, then they have this non-negotiable, I simply must do it. You might look at someone like Olympic athletes as having non-negotiable goals. Many Olympic athletes will kind of put a hold on everything else in their lives. There's many who, have become financially, struggling because of their determination to achieve their goal. They've shut out a whole lot of other opportunities, cancelled other choices, delayed having children or getting married, all because they have to achieve this goal that's completely, in their eyes, non-negotiable. So that's what this idea of a non-negotiable is. So when you're wanting to achieve a goal, or you're wanting to change your habits, how then do you make them into non-negotiables? So really, there's no easy solution here, or everybody would be doing this. This is something that takes a focus, work, and consistency. But one of the fundamental parts of this process is to create a belief that is that this habit or this goal must happen, that I have no other option. And it doesn't really matter how you make that. It doesn't matter if you lie to yourself and say, I'm so close to diabetes, if I don't start this eating program, I'm going to die or something. Something like that makes you feel like I simply must. If you look at people trying to quit smoking, similarly, it's a really hard habit to break. And unless you make it non-negotiable, it's very hard to do that. So again, it's about this, I simply cannot, in that example, I simply cannot keep smoking. So there's no other option but to work out how to quit. So how have the women I've spoken to done that in their goals, in my interviews? I've found that women have said that they've always seen themselves having this goal. It was never something they kind of wished for. It was something they always knew would be true for them. So it was always an expectation that it would happen. So if you can create something like that about your goal, I've always seen myself as someone with wealth, for example, and having choices and the freedom that money gives you. If you keep repeating to yourself that that's the way you see it, that's the life you've always seen for yourself, and therefore work at the steps that get you there with that same passion and determination, I have no other option. This is the only way that can happen. Whether that goal be about wealth, whether it be about dieting, no matter what that goal is, it could be just about working and juggling family, learning piano, who knows what that goal could be. But if it is it simply must happen, you can convince yourself that that's the way this goal is for you. It simply must happen, there's no other option. It's bigger than a big why. It's bigger than having a reason. It's more significant than that. It's a complete belief system that supports your work towards this goal. So if you're able to do that, then that's one really big part in getting the life that you want to have. Thanks for listening. Talk again soon.